Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I filmed a foundation first impression and wear test on the Revlon Photoready Candid foundation. This is how it currently looks. I've had it on for I'd say about 2 hours now between filming and everything. If you would like to see how it applied with a brush and with a sponge and see what I preferred and just see the coverage and everything up close, then keep watching. Alright, so today I'm doing a wear test and first impressions on the new Revlon Photo Candid foundation. I've seen a couple different beauty gurus do videos on this foundation and they talk really highly about it, but they're sponsored videos, so they're getting paid for it. So I want to see if this foundation is really worth the hype and if it's really good. It looks really pretty on their skin and it looked like it looked good, but I wanted to try it out for myself and I got 2 different shades. I got 250 vanilla and 310 butterscotch because it's so hard to color match at the drugstore. It is so hard to color match at the drugstore. And they're only $10.99 a piece, so I decided to just get 2 shades, and if I have to mix them, I'll mix them. But what this foundation claims to do is it claims to be medium buildable coverage, no harsh ingredients, anti-pollution, antioxidant, anti-blue light, oil-free, which the oil-free is what really got me because, as we all know, I'm very oily. But I've already primed my face. I used my Giorgio Armani primer, very bougie primer for such a drugstore foundation, I know, but that's my favorite primer right now. And it also comes with a pump, so that's good. We like pumps. And I am still using a primer because that's what I would do with a normal foundation anyways. But I'm going to do one side of my face with a brush and one side of my face with a sponge to see if it applies better with either of these. This is a Smith 115 and this is just a Real Techniques beauty sponge. And I think what I'm gonna do is put these on the back of my hand first, see what the colors look like, see if I'm gonna need to mix them. I think 310 is gonna be too dark. These are them. They're pretty thick. I feel like if this is good where it's a medium coverage, it might be a really good summer foundation. And we'll go in with the brush side first. I do have a couple breakouts right now because Mother Nature, if you know what I mean. But I'm going to go in with my Smith 115. Okay, I'm going to go in with 250 vanilla first and see how that shade looks on me. That might be a little bit too light and yellow. Or it might work. Wow, what? Very confused. A little bit goes a long way. I literally just barely dipped into that and it's already covered this entire bottom half of my face pretty good. So far it's applying really well with the brush. Alright, so it definitely is a really nice medium coverage, as you can see. We'll see if it's buildable in a second. Feels nice, it's not sticky. It doesn't have a fragrance that I can smell. It just kind of smells like foundation. That's like the perfect match. You can't even tell I have anything on. Now we're going to go in on the other side with the sponge. See how it applies with the sponge. I mean, they kind of applied the same, but I feel like it was faster to apply it with the sponge. This foundation looks really nice though. I also picked up the concealer and the powder in that line and we're going to try those as well. But before we do that, I'm going to try to see how buildable it is. We're going to take the sponge, actually we're going to take the brush on the brush side and try and build it a little bit in some areas. Okay, that built up pretty good. I don't know how much more coverage it added. It just looks really nice and fresh. So I'm gonna add the extra layer of coverage on I'm gonna add the extra layer of coverage on this side as well. I'm gonna zoom in and let you all see the way that this looks. Okay, now that I've got the lights turned down a little bit so that you can really see the texture and everything on my face. Usually where I have trouble out of my foundation is around my nose. And it's actually laying really well. Looks pretty good so far, guys. Okay, now we're gonna go in with the concealer. I'm a little scared that I got a concealer that's gonna be a little bit too yellow for me, but we'll try it anyways. This is in the shade Light Pale, and the concealer says that it is a concealer with caffeine, antioxidants, anti-pollution, anti-blue light, without sulfates, no harsh fragrances, oil-free and medium coverage as well. So, you know, maybe this is the concealer that I'm looking for, but in drugstore form. That's an interesting applicator. It didn't really pick up any product. Okay, there we go. It's really, really, really yellow. I'm gonna blend it out with my sponge. And that actually brightened really well and covered pretty good too. Wow, look at that. Look at that difference. I am putting a lot more of this on than I would like my Tarte Shape Tape or my Makeup Revolution, because it does say that it's medium coverage. And even though it is quite yellow, it's blending out to be at least okay. I might go back if I like it and buy a different shade though. It's really nice. Okay, I'm just gonna go in with where I usually put concealer and blend it out. Okay, this is the foundation and the concealer both on. I'm really liking it. I feel like it's a really great color match for me. The concealer brightened really well. It is kind of creasing, so I am gonna have to set it, which is no problem. Every concealer creases on me. And for powder, we're actually gonna go in with the Revlon powder from the same collection. And this powder, let's see what it says it's supposed to do. It says sheer coverage to set makeup for lasting wear with antioxidants, anti-pollution, and infused with vitamin E. Without sulfates, no harsh fragrances or dyes. So we will see. I kind of like the idea of the blue light filter in the foundation and the concealer, because you know we're all on our phones or laptops and the blue light from it can be harmful to the skin, but I don't really know that much about it and if it being in a foundation will actually help. I'm gonna go back in and make sure I don't have any creases before I set everything down. Super important to do that so that you don't set any creases in. Okay, I went off camera. I dusted off the bake, put the rest of my face makeup on. Everything seems to be sitting really nice on top of this right now. We'll see how it holds up throughout the day, but I'm gonna go do my eyes and my eyebrows and my lips, and I will be back to show you everything put together. All right, as you can tell, I have a full face of makeup on now. I have lashes, I have eyeshadow, I have brows, you know, just the full shebang. But I have now had this foundation on for quite a while. It is currently 3:31 and I'm going to wear this for the rest of my day. I've probably had it on about 2 hours now, and so far so good. I have a little bit of creasing on my forehead, but I always get that. I don't really have much creasing in my smile lines, which is great because that's where I usually get my creasing. It is a nice medium coverage, like they said. You can still see some of my freckles, which I'm okay with because I don't have much freckles and I love freckles anyway, so I'm fine with my freckles showing through. You can see some of them on my nose. It looks really pretty. It's a nice, pretty, kind of summery foundation. I may have just found my summer foundation. I don't know. We'll see. But yes, the foundation is looking great. Let me zoom in and let you see. On the nose, it is quite medium coverage. You can still see some of my freckles. And on the cheekbones, I don't know if you can see it from the highlight, but you can still see some freckles there. You can still see this blemish, which I'm not really that concerned about. He is very angry. I did not realize that. I would have tried to pop it. Glad I didn't. And then you can also still kind of see the blemishes over here on my cheek. You can still kind of see that one. You can still kind of see this one. But I'm not upset about it. As you can see, there's a little bit of creasing on my forehead, nothing too bad, and that's to be expected. I always get creasing. This is what my smile lines look like right now. A little bit of creasing as well, but nothing bad. Around my nose looks pretty good. Yeah, so far so good. I'm actually really liking this foundation. I'm going to go ahead and do a couple things. I'm gonna go eat because I just filmed for the past like 4 hours and haven't ate anything, and I'm not doing well. Okay, I'm not doing well. I need to go eat. I'm gonna go eat and I will check back in with you guys in a couple of hours. Okay, I wanted to come outside to give you guys a look at the foundation in natural lighting. McDonald's is right there and there's people in the drive-thru and it's making me nervous. I don't want to get directly in the sun because it'll completely wash me out, but I will zoom in and get all up in my business and let you all see the coverage and the finish. It is sinking into my smile lines, but honestly that's 10 times better than even the foundation that I use now. Like at the end of a shift whenever I work, the foundation that I have now usually has like completely separated in my smile lines, not just like sunk into them, it's separated. It's like not even there anymore. Oh wow. But yeah, so far so good. I'm really liking it. Also, I am kneeling down, so maybe people at McDonald's can't see me. But I will check back in with you at the end of the night and give you my full review. Alright y'all, so this is the final check-in of the day. I'm about to have to put Alana to bed, so I'll have to take all of this down. It is 7:43. I've had this on for 6 to 7 hours. This is how it looks at the end of the day. I really like the way that it looks and the way that it has set throughout the day. It actually wore really well. I'm gonna have to try the powder a couple more times. I'm not really crazy about the powder. I feel like it left my face looking powdery, and I haven't had that problem with like my Maybelline powder or the Laura Mercier powder. So I'll have to play around with that and I'll let you all know. I'm also going to continue to wear the foundation. I'll wear it on a night shift at work whenever I'm just running around sweating, and let you all know how it holds up through that, because if it can hold up through that, it's a good foundation. But yes, this is the end of this video. I really hope that you all enjoyed this kind of first impressions wear test. I want to do this more often. I want to do it with higher end foundations. I want to do it with drugstore stuff. I'm going to be keeping a lookout on new stuff so that I can do first impressions. I really like watching first impressions, so I really enjoyed doing this. I hope that you all have a great day, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Oh, I didn't hit stop. Okay, bye.